From the informations I have, guys, Rangnick spoke with Erik ten Hag. They had a direct conversation. In this conversation, the plan was completely different from the expectations. Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, back in Milano after the Champions League final. Today, guys, to update you on this man, Ralf Rangnick, leaving Manchester United consultancy role. What really happened between Rangnick and Manchester United? What was the feeling? Why it didn't happen? Because the expectation was for Ralf Rangnick to stay, to continue. It was already official. They had an agreement for a 2-year consultancy role. Everything was ready and then collapsed with Ralf Rangnick leaving Manchester United to stay at Austria as the national team coach, but leaving the club. What happened? Let's jump into it together. And so guys, it's official, Ralf Rangnick left Manchester United. In the statement, Manchester United were pretty clear to announce that they parted ways, so it was a decision they made together because the feeling around Ralf Rangnick and Manchester United was pretty clear. They were not ready to continue together after some of the internal conversations they had. From the information I have, guys, Rangnick spoke with Erik ten Hag. They had a direct conversation. In this conversation, the plan was completely different from the expectations. So let's say that, of course, Ralf Rangnick wanted to work for Austria. This was his plan to work for the national team. But at the same point, he wanted to help with some of the players, some of the potential signings, some of the stuff to do as Manchester United consultants of the board. And on Erik ten Hag's side, he wanted to decide, of course, with his own ideas. So to have two powerful people into the club, two powerful figures like Erik ten Hag and Rangnick, was a big risk. So let me say that Ralf Rangnick has always been super respectful with Erik ten Hag, and Erik ten Hag has been super respectful with Rangnick. Rangnick has always been pushing since November for ten Hag to become the new Manchester United manager, so there was no direct problem between Rangnick and ten Hag, but it's about the ideas. We know how powerful is Ralf Rangnick with his football ideas on the single players, on the signings, on the strategies, and we also know how Erik ten Hag wants to decide together with the board into the club what's happening, what's the plan, what's the future of Manchester United. So it was complicated to have the same ideas. Let me say that into the dressing room, a part of Erik ten Hag, but it's not just about Erik ten Hag, because into the dressing room, the feeling is that some of the people appointed by Manchester United under Ralf Rangnick as coaching staff, as backroom staff, some of the players were not completely happy with the methods of these people joining the club under Ralf Rangnick. And so this was one of the reasons why they decided to part ways. They were not happy with each other, Rangnick people and Manchester United, some of the players. So there were many reasons behind this story. But also, let me say that, of course, it was surprising to see Ralf Rangnick going to the press conference a few weeks ago and saying that Manchester United had the chance to sign a new striker in January. He wanted a new striker in January. He mentioned many players: Luis Diaz, Liverpool star, Dusan Vlahovic, now at Juventus, but even many others like Julian Alvarez. I can tell you that Julian Alvarez is a player that he wanted for Lokomotiv Moscow. He really wanted him, and so when he was joining Manchester United, he was pushing to have some meetings with his agents, but it didn't happen because Manchester United never wanted to open any talk to make any bid for Julian Alvarez, and the result was the player was going to join Manchester City. That was going to happen in the coming weeks. So guys, it's pretty clear that between Ralf Rangnick and Manchester United, the ideas were not the same. Even some potential signings on a free for this summer, like Boubacar Kamara, was a huge opportunity, a player really appreciated by Ralf Rangnick and his staff, but also Denis Zakaria in January. Rangnick was open to sign him as new defensive midfielder, but from Manchester United there was no, they wanted to save money for the summer and not to sign any player in January. So the vision was not always the same, and Ralf Rangnick confirmed this in public, but also with Erik ten Hag, they internally, Manchester United, and Ralf Rangnick too, to respect him, they didn't want to create some problems internally. So Rangnick wanted to focus on his new role as national team coach, and Ten Hag will have the full power internally at the club together with the board. As I always say, Ten Hag is really smart, so he doesn't want to decide everything by himself, but together with the club, together with the board. But you know that sometimes in football, when you have a figure like Ralf Rangnick, who is really powerful in deciding on players is complicated when you have another important figure like Erik ten Hag, who's going to be more than a manager for Manchester United. And so many of these points were part of this story, with Ralf Rangnick leaving Manchester United after these months as interim coach and now no longer the consultant of the board. Let me say a final point, that Manchester United sources say that they don't regret this decision with Ralf Rangnick to be the interim coach. They are convinced that he did a normal job, a good job. Was not easy to arrive at Manchester United during the season in a really complicated situation. So they are not for sure angry with Ralf Rangnick. They are sure that he did his best, and at the same point he was trying to help even on players, even on manager, because he was pushing for Ten Hag, but at the same point now was time to say goodbye. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on this Manchester United situation. Ralf Rangnick leaving the club, Erik ten Hag having the power together with the board, so I wait for your comments here. As always, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you're not gonna miss any update. Like this video, and see you soon. I'm Fabrizio Romano.